this is Chaz Horn. You're watching this video because you searched, how can I overcome the lack of self-confidence? Well, that's a great question. We all struggle with it at one time or another in our life. And I don't know whether you had a bad day, week, months, years. I have been there. And when I say I have been there, I am talking about the years part. And when I was going through that time in my life, those difficult years, I became aware. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I began to understand and realize that I wasn't doing anything to stimulate all that God has created me to be. There's good news here, because if you're in this place, there's a good chance you understand there's something inside of you looking to burst out, so that, and you're thinking, I was created for so much more than this, for where I am right now. And because of that, you're in this place because you know you could be doing so much more, or just have a better understanding of who you are, who we are. So one of the things that we could do is start reading biographies. If you read, I mean, there's no way that you could read about Nelson Mandela, 27 years in prison. You think on his 27th year he was thinking in his cell in prison, I'm going to be the first democratically elected president of South Africa? Or Colonel Sanders, was he 71, 2, broke? 71, 72? You think he's sitting there and think, you know what? I'm going to have one of the biggest and best food franchises of all times, Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's other ones like Steve Jobs. I remember reading about him in his 20s. He was like sleeping in dorm rooms and walked around barefooted all the time. Abraham Lincoln failed like 8 times before being elected president, had a nervous breakdown. When we start reading about these awesome, unbelievable people in history, when you start reading the details of their life, we realize that, you know what? They're just like us. We're just like them. But what is it about those people that took them to such a amazing place in history? Well, I believe when we start getting outside of ourselves and start reading about others, well, there's that cliche, but leaders are readers. The more we get outside ourselves and start stimulating our brain, we begin to understand and realize that we were created for so much more, and that's where our identity is formed. And when we start to understand our identity, then we're able to get outside of our comfort zone, because we understand that's where we live and thrive, outside of our comfort zone, not in a comfort zone. So get a biography. You can just Google top 10 biographies. That's a great place to start. You know, if you want to get outside your comfort zone and do something real that's going to take you to the next level in your life, click on the link below. Most importantly, go rock this day.